Ben, thank you so much for joining me on the Salon Owners Collective podcast. Welcome. Pleased to have you here.
Oh, fantastic to be here, Riz. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, I'm excited about our chat today because I know you've got a lot to share and some insights. You've had a pretty good journey over the last 18 months or so. But can we start with, like, where are you in the world? What's your salon? Whereabouts is it? How many people in your team? Let's just start with a bit of that.
Yep.
Who are you, Ben?
Okay. So, who am I? So, um, my salon I own is called Subi Hair. It's in Adelaide, South Australia. My team currently has 7 staff. Yeah, it was a family business that I bought my mum out of about July coming will be 3 years. So, yeah, it's been a heck of a journey.
Heck of a journey for sure. So, what was it
Yeah,
like growing up in a family business? You worked in the family business. Like, tell us a little bit about
yeah. So,
until the time that you bought. Like, what was that like?
so I started sweeping floors and making coffees when I was about 14 in the family business, and that was to support a sport that I was doing. And then finished year 12, and then sort of thought I might be a photographer, and did some work experience with photographers, and decided that that wasn't probably me. And then always been around the hair world, so I thought, let's give this a go. Went into it and absolutely loved it. So it was pretty cool. So it's funny. I said to Mum, I want to do my hairdressing apprenticeship, and she's like, "No, you don't." I'm like, well, "Yeah, I do actually." And she thought about it for about a week, and she's like, "All right, well, if you're going to do it somewhere, you have to do it with me because that way I can make sure that you train well." And I'm like, "Okay, no
I love
problems."
it. I love that. I
So
love that
yeah,
her first initial reaction was, no, 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 you don't.
no, no, it's I think that old mentality of the industry, because it wasn't a paid well industry and that sort of
Mm,
stuff, and that unfortunately um, was the narrative for such a long time, and I mean we've proven that that's not true, and it can be a fantastic career. So
yeah, yeah.
I think yeah, so
So, not that long ago, 3 years ago, you purchased it off your
yep,
parents. Tell us about that. Like, what was that experience like? Are they still in the business? Like, what's the relationship, working relationship now?
yeah, okay, so I had a business in Cairns, and I mum told me she was going to sell the salon that I'd helped build with her for 20 something years. And anyway, I said, well, you're not selling it to someone else. So I moved back, and then mum then continued to work for 7 more years in the salon. So it was a very long process to be able to buy the business off of her. But yeah, look, I managed to, through different investments, we managed to get the money together to be able to buy mum and my stepdad out. And yeah, look, mum by that stage had well and truly was over the industry, was burnt out, had done enough. We'd just come out of COVID, so that
Mm.
was very stressful for everyone in the industry, I think. Yeah, so mum sort of stepped completely out of the business, and I took full control. So mum's now retired and spends her life painting and loves it. So it's great.
Love it. I
She's
love it.
happy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. So when we met 18 months ago or so, I remember our conversation because you were like, I'm frustrated at where things are right now and I want
Mm,
more. Take us back into
yeah.
that time. Like, what were your frustrations? How were you feeling? And what was it that you were wanting to do?
So when I took over the salon from mum, it's we'd sort of only just employed 2 new seniors that had come on within 2 weeks before I took on the business. We had no structure, no policies, no backbone of the business. So I was sort of feeling quite overwhelmed because I'd sort of gone from being a stylist on the floor to that had become a manager without really having any training on how to manage or how to deal with people and just dealing with everything emotionally. And then sort of, yeah, I mean, your podcast kept popping up because I was sort of, there's got to be a different way. So your podcast kept popping up in my feed, and I'm like, and it was like, do you want to be a $1 million salon? I'm like, yes, I really do, because I'm working like flat out, like every minute of every day was crammed packed. And I thought that the only way that I could actually make this business work is if I worked my butt off behind the chair
Mm,
and brought the money in, and then I could support everything, and it would be the best way. So, and yeah, listening to more and more of your podcast, it was like, no, that's the opposite way you need to think. And um, yeah, look, it was fantastic. It was exactly what I needed at the time. But yeah, at the time I was burnt out, I was overwhelmed,
yeah.
and I was just like, I couldn't go to mum and my stepdad because they sort of got to that stage, which is why they retired. And I'm like, well, that they don't know how to do it either. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I need help. So
Yeah. Yeah. I
that's
remember you
what I
saying
went
that
and did
too.
that.
Like that is
Yeah,
the old model, and I want it to be different. You
yeah,
also had a young family at home, and so that was putting pressure on your
yep.
ability to be present for them.
Yeah, exactly. Because yeah, well, I'd miss most of their events, most of their like. I've got a daughter that does gymnastics, another daughter that was playing a lot of netball, so I never saw the netball games because they were always on Saturdays. I missed out on half of the gymnastics comps because they were on Saturdays, and yeah, so and even when I was there, I was trying to put out fires within the business, so I wasn't actually there. It was
Mm,
yeah, you've got one foot in the family puddle, but the other one's constantly in the business, and you're hoping to keep it all afloat. So,
yeah.
yeah.
So,
So,
how many in your team back then, Ben?
so when I first took it on, it was four. Yeah. So there's only four of us in.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. But
And then when
then
we
I
met,
quickly put
maybe
on a
you were,
couple of apprentices.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, good. All right. And do you remember what was your revenue that you were doing when we first met 18 months ago?
So I think our baseline when I went through, and it's funny when I went and first did my CEO dash, I was including the GST because my numbers didn't look very good. So I'm like, oh no, if I put the extra 10%, it won't look as bad. And it's funny. I'd like to go back and redo all of those because I think my jump would have been even greater than what it is now. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's funny, but yeah, I think my baseline was like 12.9.
Yep.
Um,
But
yeah,
with
which is
just,
what we were sort of sitting at about then.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
Okay. So somewhere
but
around the 10K mark, X just.
yeah,
Let's leap
XGST.
forward. Yeah, yeah, nice. So let's take a leap forward to now, 18 months later.
Yeah.
Um, One of the things that I've observed you change the most, which I'd love you to speak to, is um, well, let's start. We just finished with revenue and team, and let's start with that. But I want to add in time because one of the things that I see you
Mm,
doing is like you do the things in life. You're actually quite adventurous. You go
yeah.
um, boating and like I'll let you speak to that. Rafting is the one I was looking for. Like, just
Yeah.
speak to
So
the
we're
things that you've been able to do in terms of time freedom.
Yeah. So now I only do 3.5 days on the floor in the salon. I don't work Saturdays anymore, and I'm gradually stepping even further off the floor more and more, which is giving me the time to do the other things. But yeah, we're a water skiing family, so we go wakeboarding, and my kids all wakeboard, and we've got jet skis. So we like if we're not yeah, if we're not working, we're definitely filling all the days, and it gets to a stage where I'm like, okay, can we just have a weekend at home? Like, I actually need to stop. So yeah, but it's a brilliant problem to have. I mean, our lifestyle now is just fantastic. Like over the weekend, we were up the river. It's like 16 degrees here at the moment, but my kids are still wanting to go wakeboarding. So we're
Yeah,
out there. I'm driving the boat, and they're jumping in the water. I'm like, it's nuts.
I
But
love that.
yeah, I mean, 3 years ago, I wouldn't have thought we'd be in this stage in such a short space of time. I really wouldn't. So
When you think about it, it's a short space of time. I want to congratulate you.
yeah,
Last week you did your highest revenue since Christmas, which was 17,000.
yes,
Well done. High
yes, that
five to
was
you.
pretty awesome. Thank you.
um, so you have more time. You definitely have more revenue.
Yeah,
Let's speak about team, numbers of team, and let's bring in the conversation around managers because you have a bit of a management
yeah,
structure now.
I
Who's who in
do.
the team?
So there's there's 7 in the team. I have a team manager and I also have an operations manager. So and like when I first took over the business, I didn't put anyone in a managerial position. I waited to see where they would naturally fall, and one of the girls like seemed to the apprentices flocked to her, and she became that mother duck, I guess you could say. And I went, okay, brilliant, you run the team, so you can do the emotional stuff that I can't do, or I don't have the. I'm a bit of my personality type is very directional. So she does that side of it. And then I had another girl that jumped on the computer and she would fix all of the days off and she would do the rostering and then rearrange stuff. And I'm like, brilliant, you're my operation. So that kind of autonomously happened. And then I could put more responsibility onto them gradually. So my operations, unfortunately, is about to have a baby, so she's about to step out until March next year. But that's okay. It's happy news for her. But we'll miss her. And then my team manager, I'm about to get into the motivating managers program with you guys.
Yeah, nice.
So that way she learns the same things that I'm learning, and we can all get on the same page, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and to that point, like them being able to learn the things that you're learning means that you don't have to go back and reteach everything. Like you can just learn it together and co-create and build together.
Yeah.
I'm excited about
so
that.
I think that'll be a faster growth even from there. So
yes, because when you think about it, it's kind of double. You double the human, you can double the output.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
And spread the load.
Yes.
Spread the worry, which is nice. So
for sure.
And 2 heads is always better than 1. So
agree. So before we hopped on, I said to you, like, what do you think have been the 2 strategies that you've implemented that really have changed business so quickly? Like you've almost doubled revenue. You haven't doubled team. Like you really have not grown the size of the team at all. And in fact, you're working less hours, but you almost double revenue. What do you think are the 2 main things that have been, really fundamentally the shift? Do you want to speak to those? What would be the first one?
I think probably role clarity would be the first one, I reckon. So putting people in the right places that I can trust, that I can stand back and go, do you know what? They've got this. Like spending, being able to go away for a week and not have my team call me because something's happened, and they just manage it and make it happen. I mean, that's taken a while to get to that stage, but that trust has been fantastic. And to realize that I don't need to do all the things. It's actually better to not do all the things because you have a clearer head. So that was a big thing, was to step back and trust my team, I suppose.
You not being the one to do all the things.
It's so important. And I think as business owners, we sort of think that if we're not doing it, it's not going to get done properly. So but that was a big change and shift in mindset for me. I probably have doubled down on my training in apprentices and learning how to support them, and employing the right people has been very important. The right personality types and skill sets. So that's.
So yesterday you implemented something that you've been working on for a while, and yesterday you tell us about strategy you just pulled off yesterday.
Okay, so yesterday is where my tiered pricing first finally kicked in. So I did a really slow rollout. It took nearly 7 weeks to basically nurture every single client, because the salon's been there 33 years. So some of these clients I've seen generations grow up through the business, which so I needed to do it in a gentle way and make sure that the handover from clients that I've been doing on the floor to my other seniors and to my other staff was a nice, smooth transition. So that kicked in yesterday, and it's amazing. It's been a really strange thing. Like, you spend your entire career making sure you don't have white space, and then now I'm trying to create it. I've had to struggle with my own self to get my head around the fact that I need the white space to be able to do all the things behind the scenes and do the training so that I can create more hairdressers that can do the things that we can do. So yeah, it's looking
Well
good, and
done.
most people have transitioned well. And the ones that have stayed with me are more than happy to pay an extra. Well, I've increased all my haircut prices $30.
Yeah,
And
so it's a
yeah,
big jump.
some are comfortable with it, some aren't. So it was a big jump, and it's the biggest we've ever done in the salon. And it's like it's a completely different business model than what we've done at all. So it's probably going to have its teething problems, but that's okay. You know what? Sometimes you
Yeah.
just got to do it and then refine it. So
Agree, agree.
it's
So you've put your price up considerably. You've handed over a
yeah,
majority or a good chunk of your clients to the team. You've done a
hmm
beautiful handover process, like you've orchestrated or curated that experience for them.
yeah,
And
yeah,
now from this week on, you are experiencing a new roster, so to speak, like new hours on the
yeah,
floor and space
yeah,
now, more space to do the business side of things.
yeah. It's quite liberating, actually. It's very freeing because, like, I mean, unfortunately, I still don't have a website set up, like, so I'm still trying to get my head together, right? So we might be doing things like this, but I still am learning from people that aren't at the same level, like we learn from each other as businesses. Like, that's Fiji is such a great, like, well, intensives are so good for that. You learn from people that are doing 3 times as much as what you are and people that are doing half as much as what you are, but everyone's got something to offer. And it's so um I don't know, inclusive, I guess you could say. Like, you sometimes you feel on your own as a business owner, and yeah, when you're
Mm,
surrounded by other business owners that are going through the same things that you're going through, it's really cool. It is really cool.
yeah.
So
I love that. You received an award at the Fiji Intensive.
yeah,
You want to speak to that a little bit?
that was quite shocking, actually. Yeah, so we won the Salon Growth Award. So I wasn't expecting it. I mean, I know we've been sort of hustling, but you kind of only see what you're doing, and you don't sort of see everything else. And yeah, so that was really really cool. Like, to pick up an award, to be sort of recognised for the work that you put in. Yeah, that was amazing. So that sits behind our where our reception is. It sits directly behind where everyone walks in. Everyone can see it. So I'm like, yes, we won this award because of the growth.
I
And
love,
a lot of the clients are like, I can see exactly why. It's always busy in here, and I'm like, I love it. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Ben, please can you send us a photo of your award behind reception? I need to see that.
Yes, done.
I would love
Yes,
that.
done. Yeah.
All right, so I feel like the intensive, which happened to be in Fiji, gave you a lot of clarity. But you said something just
Mm.
before we hopped on. But now I've got more to do. There's more things to do
Yes.
because now
Yeah.
I'm clear on the things that I need to do. So
Yeah.
let's speak about that a little bit because I feel like you've reached this milestone and now there's this next path in front of you and you've got real clarity around that. Um,
Yeah.
Maybe I can speak to the goal that I know that your goal that you're chasing is the $1 million revenue in terms of a weekly average trending. That's 19.5K. So I'm clear
Yeah.
that that's the next goal. What about like your time, your role? What else? And we'll get to the tactics that you're working on in a moment. But like, what else is the goal now for you? Like, what's next for you, Ben?
Yep. So we're probably in a refinement stage now. So to refining the client journey and the process within the salon, and to create that. Uh, I can't come up with a word. But anyway, to create a consistent environment within the salon, so that the client journey from our emerging stylists right the way through to our seniors and our executive stylists is consistent. So we're about to implement some new software into the salon, which has a lot of it already integrated that I want to implement in regards to marketing and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
the current system we're using seems a bit medieval, and in comparison to the new one. So it's
You've outgrown it.
yeah. So that's an exciting journey. So and then I need to get my head around it. So the white space that I'm creating is going to give me the time to be able to do that, so I can then train my team to be able
Yes.
to jump on board. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, so I
I
think
love that.
that's where we're heading currently, is that just refinement before we continue
Yeah.
to grow. And
Yes.
so I need to do the behind the scenes of, this is how we do it here, and putting that side of it together. And then when I start to onboard the next generation of stylists into my business, it's all done. And my job then becomes easier in order to bring them all together. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. I love that. It sounds like you're really clear about what's next, and that the focus
Mm,
is in, now that you've done some work on the team, now there's some focus on the client. So then you can refocus on the team to move up the journey seamlessly.
yeah.
So I think that's smart, especially in the current environment that we have. Like, we've got to work smarter, not just busier, in this
Yeah.
next phase, between sort of 2025 into 26 and into 2030. So it's really refreshing to hear. Um, your managers are kind of a good piece and part of that growth journey, like really getting them optimized and leveling up. They're coming to join the managers program next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Yep. So my team manager, she's the one, because the other one's about to go have a baby. So um, maybe when she gets back, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but yeah, the team manager especially. So and she can help me with the training and the other side of building the rest of it, and running the workshops, making sure consultations are even, so
Yeah.
all of that continues to add to the growth of my stylists. And then they start hitting their targets, and then their wages increase, and then their bonuses increase, and it's all part of the whole flow of, and everyone's happy. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. We're on a mission to have more stylists and therapists, being paid 100K a year. Like, there's got to be the
Yeah.
goalpost for the industry, and one stylist at a time, one journey at a time. But,
Yeah.
we're traditionally an industry of people that are underpaid, and, we want to change that. Hey, Ben.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I'd love to have a salon full of $100,000 a year stylists.
Yeah.
Like that. That would just be awesome, and
It's the
even more
goalpost.
than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think is it 5,000 a week or something is the goalpost for 100K. I mean, if we can get
Yeah.
them to
Between
seven
five and
K a
seven.
week, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
between 5 and 7, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, well, we're on a mission, and I appreciate that.
yeah,
We're on that mission together. And what
me
I
too.
look forward
Thank
to the
you.
most is our intensive in Bali next year, that you will be
Mm,
officially in the boardroom. I know that's a goalpost for you. It's a goalpost for
yes,
us and the whole
yeah.
company, Ben. So I'm really looking forward to celebrating that with you
No,
next year
I'll
in
be
Bali.
there.
You will
I'll be
be.
at that boardroom dinner.
Hey, look, I really appreciate you coming in and sharing, really openly, like your journey, where you've come from, what you've been doing,
Yeah,
what's working. It's really refreshing. And we just love working with you because you take an idea, you run with it, you just get shit done. And there's no fluff that gets in your way. You get the things done. So it's a real pleasure having you in our world. And I appreciate your time today.
oh, thank you. I appreciate everything you've given me. It's been amazing. Thank you. It's changed everything. So
Good. Thanks, Ben. Ciao for now.
thanks, Larissa. Bye. I don't know where my camera's gone. It's in and out. It's all over the place. Yeah.